It's unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Starts with one.
Starts with one because they
Starts
still
with
can
one.
make a bowl.
So I was just happy to see them get a win. I'm happy for those guys.
Yeah.
Go Bucks.
Coach made a difference with that. So.
Well, it's a lot of times, right? New energy, whatever it may be, and I don't know the coach. I know those players. Obviously, I always root for Tad Boyle, but you hate to see a team that is just losing and a coach getting fired. Coach gets fired, new energy. So credit to the new coach, the new player, all the players finding a way to get a win yesterday, and thank the students stayed for the whole game and stormed the field. So we had a lot of that yesterday. College football was nuts yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not a college football guy either.
Going back over the film.
All business.
Yeah,
now.
basketball.
Sorry, I got to do my job here. Just say CU's coach is the son of the coach too. So
Yeah, all right. I like that. So we got to connect with him. I like it.
business.
Good luck.
Going back over the film of Friday's game, what do you think was the most encouraging aspect of kind of turning around from that second quarter to the third?
Well, what you just said, the third quarter. I thought that starting unit got off to a very good start. I thought the bench unit came in and played solid basketball. When the starters went back in to close the first half, that wasn't the standards that we need to live up to. And they saw it and they heard about it at halftime, and to their credit, they owned it. And so for them to come out in the third quarter and play with the defensive intensity that we did, to clean up the rebounding, and I think we got scored on 40-something to 20 with really good defense. That was really fun to watch, and great to see them respond to a subpar performance to close that first half. So that was good. A lot of guys got a chance to play, and I thought our last three games, not only did we win, but I thought our defense was much improved. Is it where it needs to be? No, but I don't think any of the 30 teams in the NBA are where they want to be right now, but we're all heading in the right direction, and that's our hope as we approach Wednesday night in Utah.
Michael, Nicola said he got to play a little bit with Jamal. How much was he able to participate today in whatever you guys were able to do?
Nicola or Jamal?
Jamal.
A lot. Not everything, but a lot of it. He really wanted to play on Friday night in Golden State. If he did play, it was probably only going to be first quarter minutes, but it's that risk reward. All right, so hey, we're going to give him some minutes for the starting unit. Knowing we had today, tomorrow, and Tuesday to get those guys some minutes, it's going to be a work in progress. It really is. For Jamal coming back, being in that rhythm, and then when you look at our schedule, man, that schedule is just ridiculous. So we're going to have to find ways to make sure we're not overdoing it with Jamal as he comes back from that injury, because the 3 and 4, the 4 and 6, the travel, we didn't get home till 4:30 tonight. I mean, it was traffic out of the arena. You get to the gate, you got to wait for Tony and his brother to get there to open it, which took forever. Once you get on the plane, there was smoke on the plane. So landing at 4:30. I hope next week when we play in Golden State, we don't get back at 4:30 before a home opener. But Jamal looked good today, and I think he's come opening night. He should be good to go. He's not going to be at 30-something minutes. It's going to be a build-up throughout the season, but he should be good to go if we continue along the path that we're headed.
You mentioned Joker too. Was he full participant?
Yes. Yep. Even when I tried to get him out a few times, he goes, "No, I want to stay in. Let me play." So it was good. The hardest practices in the NBA are after a day off. Just mentally trying to get guys back engaged. And I thought early on there was a little bit of you can tell mentally we weren't all in, but probably 20 minutes in, I think our guys were firing on all cylinders, and good competitive practice. Guys went hard.
Michael, going into preseason, was the plan always to play Mike in all 5 games, or was that just was that a reflection of just checking in and him kind of feeling good at each opportunity?
Yeah, it was a conversation. Going in, Vinny, I was actually thinking I was trying to get all of our main guys one game off. And that obviously that got thrown out the window because we had injuries to the wrist, we had the hamstring. But with Michael, he came to me, he goes, I'm feeling really good. And he goes, if it's okay with you, I'd rather not sit a game. I want to kind of stay in my rhythm, keep on playing. I missed 70 some odd games last year, 73, I believe. So that was something where his progression to play, his back, everything was pointing in the right direction. So he wanted to play, he had no problem doing so. And obviously we were making sure we didn't play anybody an unnecessary amount of minutes, kind of keep it in check.
MJ is what I'm going to ask about anyway. When we were in San Diego, you kind of laid out a challenge for what he has to do this season. If he does that, how good can he be?
Oh, I mean, he can be like a difference maker. You know, he can be a piece that helps us win our first championship. You know, you look at the size, the length, the offensive package that he has, his ability to shoot and score the ball at such an efficient manner, an efficient rate. And when you have, you know, the chance to play with the Nikola and with the Jamal, Michael doesn't have to carry us every night. Like, he doesn't have to take 30 shots a night. Our offense will be spread out. But I think offensively, if he plays the way we know he's capable of, and defensively, he's disciplined and he fights and he competes, he can really be a difference maker for this team in that starting unit. We played in the preseason, starting unit a lot together, bench unit a lot together. But as we get guys back and we get back to normal minutes, you know, Michael will get some run with that second unit. Jamal will get run with that second unit. And we have a lot of versatility with how we can play. But no, I think Michael has a chance to be an impact player, not on a regular team, but a team that can win a lot of basketball games. And that's what you want. You want to be a part of winning meaningful games in the playoffs.
Along those same lines, real quick, about you talking about Michael and Jamal playing with the second unit. Do you anticipate more blending amongst the first and second units this year than perhaps in years past?
Yeah, well, the last couple of years it's been hard to blend. We've had so many guys out, key guys, if you will. You know, you go back to when Jamal was healthy. Jamal was always a guy that would start, would come out, and he'd go back in with that second unit. So he always had one starter in the game, you know. Obviously, I think we had a lot of depth this year. You look at guys like Ish, Zeke, haven't maybe played as many minutes, but I have no problem throwing those guys out there. I'm feeling really comfortable about it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's hard in the NBA to go 5-man subs, and I think to not make excuses at them, but in that second quarter against Golden State, I put all 5 starters in at the same time. So all of them were like coming in kind of cold, and so I took some blame for them not playing up to their standards. But yeah, we'll try to blend some guys in. For Jamal, it's going to be hard to do that early on because his minutes are going to be lower. But as we kind of move into it, we'll definitely get into blending guys from the starting group, the second unit, guys from the second unit, and with the first unit.
Another blend though here, real quick. We saw another blend. We saw a lot of Ish and Bones in that third quarter, or a little bit of the Ish and Bones in that third quarter. What did you see from them? And do you see that as a potential for a second unit with those two guys on occasion?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, speed kills. You talk about quickness. It's hard to guard. Those two can both get into the paint for themselves, for their teammates. If we can defend and rebound, I think in the open court we should be able to get the ball up in a hurry and just put a lot of pressure on the opposing teams. We've seen it, like when you play against small, quick teams, man, that's hard. That's the reason Issues kicked our ass for years. So yes, I think we could play really big at times, we could play really small at times. The games will dictate that. I know everybody's like wondering who's the backup 5. We have 2 backup 5s. We have DeAndre Jordan, we have Zeke Naji. Both of those guys have shown flashes of being really effective players for us. So depending on who we're playing, we can go with either one. Same thing with our perimeter players. We can play big with Bruce at the 1. We can play really small with Ish and Bones out there together. So it will be somewhat dependent upon the schedule, the opponent, and kind of the flow of the game.
Not quite so serious business question. And I never know what to blame on my own disagreeable personality, but
there's some chuckles over here. I don't know if you can hear the chuckles.
I saw his face. He's like, disagreeable. That's too nice. I mean, that's, when I've been around Joker this preseason, there's a little edge there, and I don't know if that's my fault. Have you noticed any more edge to him or not? I mean, because originally I kind of thought, hey, he's big and happy all the time, and
no, Nicola's not happy. That's the thing. Like when he was a rookie, everybody called him the Joker, big goofy guy, always laughing, and things change in 8 years. I mean, you go from being a rookie trying to figure out what America and the NBA is all about to, hey, I'm a back-to-back MVP. I'm a husband. I'm a father, and I'm sure when you first come back from being home for 3-4 months, he misses his mother, his father is home. Understandable, but no, I don't think it's you, kids. I'm going to let you off the hook. It's not you. I just think Nikola is, he's been working hard. He's tired, emotionally tired, physically tired, but I think he has a right to be in his mood. He's not going to have a smile on his face every day, which I'm fine with. But one thing I love about him is no matter if he's in a great mood or maybe not great, it never affects his work ethic. That's all I care about. I was trying to get him out of practice today. He goes, no, I want to stay. I want more reps. I want to play with these guys. So that's one thing I never worry about with Nikola is I'm not in a great mood every day, which is a shock to you guys. I know you guys are saying that's not true, but I do have days where I'm not in a great mood. But you still have to do your job, and Nikola does that better than anybody I've ever been around.
Okay, so I don't care, at all whether he's happy to sit and talk to us. So that's not the motivation of the question. Most directly, is he more of a hard ass now than he used to be, Mr. New York hard ass guy, or no, or would that be wrong?
No, I think he's matured and into a place where he probably has a little less patience. Like for things that, fellas, how many times do we talk about the same things? Let's go. Like, if we're really serious about doing the things that we want to do, everybody grow the hell up.
Right.
Take personal ownership and do your job. Hold yourself accountable. And what I love is that if guys aren't doing that, he's being more vocal. That's one of my greatest challenges for Nikola Jokic is just to be more vocal. He has so tremendous potential as a leader, and now it's just got to be not when he wants to do it, it's got to be just all the time. And when he gets to that point, if he gets to that point, I think that takes his game and most importantly our game and our team to a different level. Because he has the respect of everybody in this building, in this city, in this league. So, but yeah, I just think it's a little bit like maybe patience, you know what I mean? And which is a virtue, I heard.
What I like the best, what he said in this session here is just because we got everybody back doesn't automatically mean we're going to be better. And that kind of strikes to what you're saying, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I try not to get caught up in it because you can't, but you hear like, oh well, Jamal and Michael are back. Well, we're Western Conference finalists. And I laugh at that. I'm like, coming back from not playing for 545 days, Jamal Murray's not going to be Jamal Murray. He might not be Jamal Murray till Christmas or after. Like, I'm not putting a date on it. He'll be Jamal Murray when he's Jamal Murray. And I'm going to love him and stay with him and support him until then. Michael Porter, same thing. We're adding Bruce, KCP, DeAndre, Ish, like rotational pieces. So this is not going to be like just instant carnation, man. Hey, we got it. We're good. No, it's going to be a work in progress. And that's where we have to keep that big picture in mind, stay the course, and not panic. We just staying through it and staying together will be our biggest challenges this year because we are going to face adversity as we try to get back to the level that we're accustomed to playing at.
Michael, you always say in your offense, give the ball up and trust that you're going to get it back. Have you seen Mike trust in the offense more recently?
Oh yeah. I think we had 28 assists the other night. He's had some great examples of, like, he could be a great cutter. And I've seen some really good examples of him. He even had one today where, okay, I could shoot this tough shot, but you know what? If I pass and cut, I'm a huge target at the rim. Mm-hmm. So, and somebody asked in the last week, thanks for everybody coming out to Ontario and Golden State, by the way. Thanks, Katie. Katie's here. But, more and more examples of Michael and Nikola learning how to play with each other. And that could be a deadly combo. We talk about two great offensive talents. But yes, I've seen Michael really understanding, okay, listen, in this offense, if I don't have it, if I give it up, I'm going to get it back. It's not like somebody else is going to dance with it for 10 dribbles. That's not who we are. So passing and cutting, getting to the corners, all the things that were stressing with Michael, I think he's making a concerted effort to follow through with those things. So I'm really proud of him in that regard. Hey, last thing is this, man.